Hi everyone. I'd really like to introduce Gill Prescott to you. As promised, I'm doing a series for the group of interviews for different business opportunities that I've come across that I think are very valuable for people, and also I've met some incredible people who are doing very well with the business right now. So I thought interview them. They can share their story with you and how it's all working for them, and then you can make your mind up if it's an opportunity that you would like to get involved in. So this is Gill, and Gill is working with Vantage, and they have some absolutely incredible products. So Gill, I'll let you lead the way and tell everybody a little bit about Vantage.
Yeah, well, hi everybody. I'll start briefly saying how me, yeah. I'm an RGN for my sins. I trained at University College in London and many years ago now. But I obviously was always sort of the carer type and wanted to go into that sort of profession.
Yeah.
After 3 children and doing bits and pieces, a bit of interior design and personal shopping, but things that I was always telling people about. I'm just a natural. So I encountered network marketing going back 20 years probably. And meanwhile, I was already on my holistic path. And the first company I looked at was to do with magnets and health, that sort of thing, health naturally. So it's always been an interest. But then over the years, you take your eye off things, your interests vary. And I got into bioresonance, which I adore. And I'm a bioresonance practitioner, which is quantum-based balancing people's energies.
Yeah, wonderful.
And also I share things like lying on pulsating electromagnetic frequency mats and drinking good water. Obviously,
the Kangen water.
A certain sort of water, but we won't get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've always been looking to boost one's immune system in many ways as I can.
Yeah.
Because I tend to avoid doctors I don't touch would need to go. So I'm really happy where I'm at. But yeah, getting back to Vantage, I discovered that it came across my path about 2 years ago now, and a healer friend of mine from Leeds. I live in Harrogate in North Yorkshire, so it's not far away. She got on the phone, told me about it. She was having great results, and as soon as I saw the video, which is sort of the classic retro video which we send out to people and it's very easy to share, I looked at it and I thought, well, if this does what it says on the tin, then I'm in. And I was really trying not to do any more side hustles, as I call them. But actually, I'm so pleased she sent me it. And I then the rest is history. I just hit the phones and had to share. But the only real reason I looked at it, I wasn't looking for any what I call Me Too companies, that there's stacks of supplements on the market. And this just stood out. It had the science. Its products the brand name is actually on PubMed, which is a well-known, it's American-based, but it's where people fly to look at studies and the efficacy of products, basically. And ours has got all the science on there.
Yeah.
The other reason, my jaw sort of dropped when I saw it, and that's when I got really interested.
Yeah, I love it. And I think I came across it in a similar sort of way. Somebody recommended it to me, and I think I saw that video as well, and I thought exactly the same. And I thought, if this does what it says it does, this is incredible.
Absolutely,
it's massive breakthroughs.
And the thing is, because we know it does what it does, because it has 26 independent peer-reviewed studies, which is a bit of an easy one to talk about. It just ticked all the boxes, should I say. But also, once I got on it, I just knew it was working for me, although I didn't really have any health challenges other than sort of old skiing injuries like knee and a bit of back pain, but nothing to really moan about.
Yeah.
And I noticed fairly quickly that the knee thing had gone, and I just knew and felt great. And really,
you look great.
Yes, I was a former esthetician, so I used to do, put things in people's faces for my sins.
Yeah.
Well, I know, sorry, a lot of people like that, but
Yeah.
I just really wasn't resonating with it. And I knew I was on my more spiritual path and wanted to really help people de-age from within.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can do all sorts to the outside, but if you're aging at the cellular level, then it's a bit of a uphill struggle.
Yeah, so we've dived into a little bit of jargon almost, haven't we, of what we know about the product, but let's just backtrack a little bit. And can you just, that's all right, it's no problem. We just like talking about it, don't we? Could you just tell us about the products and what they are and why this is special?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the flagship product, which is the one on the little video, which I say is retro, but it tells the inception of the product very well. And that will reduce one's oxidative stress, which formerly was probably known as free radical damage, which is around us everywhere.
Yeah.
And don't panic about any of this, because you don't have to be at all medical. I mean, although we have top cardiologists and big doctors on it, you know, involved now. And recommending to their patients, the video speaks it volumes, and you have help if you decide to look at this as a business. But really, so it reduces that by 40% in 30 days, and that's absolutely written in science. They've done loads of clinical trials, and we have that statement that this little yellow pill can reduce one's oxidative stress by, on average, 40% in 30 days. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you out there are aware, our hands are tied in the natural world of being able to say it does anything, you know, because it's natural. If it was a drug with a lot of side effects, they can say it cures, but we can't say that. So this is very much a key point to me of this business, and a very interesting, unique property, is that we can actually state that statement. And if you look at where oxidative stress actually damages people, it underlies 200 plus health conditions for not only humans but animals, as we know, Justina, with horses and dogs.
Yeah.
And the passionate animal lover, that's another side of the business I adore.
Yeah.
And they don't know they're being given anything to pretend it's working.
No, exactly. And
so that's what it does.
And some of the conditions that people can be suffering from that could potentially be caused by oxidative stress. Give some examples.
Yeah, are things like, you name them, and what isn't. There's sort of fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, cardiovascular, dare I say, I won't say it, but something begins with C. You know, endless diabetes. But for me, it's more about, as well, really very preventative stuff. And if you can take hold and reduce those, you know, the oxidative stress, obviously that's one product we have. And the other thing I must say is, whereas there are stacks and stacks of supplements, you can go into shops and look on the shelves, which, by the way, this started out as a retail product, but because it was way before its time in the area of what we call nutrigenomics, no one would have bought it. It wasn't selling. So what happened in the first instance was, as you know, Justina, an investigative team went in to actually almost disprove its working.
Yeah.
But thank God for us and our little video, it all backfired, and it was proven that the guy, I think he was in his 50s, the reporter who had his blood sample taken and then returned in 2 to 3 weeks later, actually showed that he was now cellular-wise reduction of oxidative stress, the age of about, I think, a newborn or something.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It was incredible.
And that speaks volumes, really. But now we've gone on, like when I first entered this business, this one, there was literally the pill, the one that I'm just talking about, which activates what we call the NERV2 pathway. I'm not going to get any more technical, but what I also have to say is that is the other reason I looked at it, because these are a range of activators rather than supplementation. So normally you take a pill, and if it gets to where it goes to, it's potluck, and then you pee the rest out. With ours, it's repowering up what we've got in us, and the results are far higher.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. But since then, we've gone on to have an amazing range of hair care. We've got the only Nerve 2 hair care in the world. We've got fabulous skincare, and I used to promote a very big brand which was really only sold by dermatologists. Not cheap, like serums, about 140 quid. And I would never change back from this. It's just a great range. And as you know, Justina, it's not just about lines and wrinkles, it's about skin conditions, psoriasis, because oxidative stress underlies that. I'm not saying it cures it, I'm saying oxidative stress causes that. And various other things, dermatitis, and so that's skincare. And then of course we've got now an activator which boosts one's mitochondria, which again they've proved lately that there's a huge buzz about mitochondrial damage and what conditions that causes. So it just goes from strength to strength. We've also just launched in the States another one which is really at the cutting edge, which all the longevity people are talking about in relation to living to sort of 160 or 180. And now there's many.
Not sure I want to live that long.
Oh wow! If you're still knocking around like we are, who cares? Because
true.
Age is just a number,
Yeah.
And if you've got the quality, which you can do, you look how things have advanced in even technology, and now it's happening in the world of de-aging. So I love it.
Yeah, and I think there's a term that a lot of people use with regard to this now, and biohacking, and I love that term.
Mention that word. Yeah, biohacking.
Yeah,
I love being a biohacker. I'm known as a biohacker extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Of the aging code, and that is so powerful to be able to say that and drop it in the conversation.
Yeah.
So rather than promote supplements or it's just that's what we can do, and in other words, disrupt the aging code. So that's what biohacking means, really.
Definitely. And the other thing that I spotted that I was really thought was powerful was there was a lot of people that had got injuries, and animals that had got injuries in particular, because that's the original thing that sort of sparked my interest, because I'd seen some incredible results with horses. And one horse in particular had a very, very severe ligament injury, and the ligament on the scans were literally, the vet had said, and the girl showed the report, the vet had said the ligaments were equivalent to cottage cheese. And then after a course of treatment, or not obviously, it didn't happen overnight, but a course of treatment, and then the horse was the scans again were just incomparable, really. I just I thought it was incredible, and I thought from that aspect as well.
When you say
very
treatment,
powerful.
When you say treatment, what do you mean by treatment? When you said treatment, you mean using Nerve 2?
Yes, yeah. So it's from a therapy perspective, I always refer to it as treatment. You go to that flow.
And it's always very sort of going on this, the safe side of that. We're just taking something that's natural that can do this. Yeah,
exactly.
And obviously, we see the fortunate thing about as well, this company is we have great support, obviously, but we also have many testimonial groups, which for me are where it's at, whether it's nowadays a restaurant or health and wellness or whatever. People are getting more and more into reviews.
Totally.
Often go on holiday without looking what that place is like, or so all we're doing is a similar thing.
And
if
totally.
you can get that sort of credibility, word of mouth, it's the best way to market.
Definitely. And that being the point in favour, really, that we're talking about now, is that this is all natural products, isn't it? It is,
I mean,
totally natural products, and it's got some super products, super food type products, isn't it, in there that everybody knows about, and are real sort of buzz products at the moment.
Although it's the latest cutting edge technology, it's using ancient herbs, and I'm sure you've all heard of, like in the original Nerve 2 product, we've got turmeric, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea and milk thistle, which most people have heard of. And a lot of people do say, yeah, I take those. Yeah, I don't need that. However, the guy that put this together, he tweaked the amounts and from what part of the herbs it was taken from to create this incredibly powerful protector or activator. And that secret formula has got 7 US patents around it, so it's not just a matter of, I'll have a bit of green tea and I'll take all those, because also you'd be spending quite a lot of money buying all those separate things, and this is all in one pill.
Yeah. And I think the other point is as well is quality of product, isn't it? Because we all know we can go onto Amazon or wherever, and you could source turmeric, and it could be, you would have no idea what the quality is of that.
I mean, I don't want to slate Amazon, but you just don't know. And if you're taking something systemically on a daily basis, you need to know the source, really.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Their manufacturing conditions are unbelievable. It's terribly well controlled. Even like the Omega product, all the fish oils are sourced traced to each boat. I mean, it's very, very particular how they get their products.
Yes. So on a day-to-day business then, and day-to-day basis for your business, can you describe to people, can you tell people what you do, with regard to promoting Life Vantage and how you go out and find your customers and etc.?
Well, me being me, I tend to just, do what I'm good at, which is talking to people. I mean, look, let's face it, everyone over 21 is in the market for these products, particularly the reducing oxidative stress. So I've got a big mouth and I do share stuff, and that's how I, quite quickly got to a certain position. And then really, as you know, with this sort of word of mouth business now, which is very acceptable, it's a bit like a side hustle. We do it from a smartphone. With technology, we've got the great benefits of, Facebook. People may love or hate it, but we do have some fantastic groups which are jam-packed full of testimonials. And I use those as a resource centre. And if someone has a condition, I'll invite them into the group because they are private groups. And then if they decide to look at this as a business, they too can do that. Yeah. But on a daily basis, really, it's just showing the video, pinging that off, whether it's on WhatsApp. I tend to use WhatsApp Messenger rather than email. Yeah. And just, but there's no real hard pressure, and we do work very well as a team. You have a lot of support, and your first step, if you're at all interested, is to you can call me back, or I do a lot of what we call three-way calling. So if you had someone you think, I don't know what I'm talking about, then that's where you just bring me on a call, and then if that person's interested, then they join you. So that's how it works. Yeah. But I've been in a few similar businesses like this, and the support is probably far better than any other, as is the compensation plan, which you have to look at. Yeah. Like the same as the credibility of the board of directors and how long the company's been around. Because, no matter how sexy a product is, if the longevity of the company is hardly, a couple of years, forget it. I'm not going to waste any time. Yeah. Yeah, totally. And And did you say there's some very famous people now that have jumped on board? Yeah, I mean, Erin Brockovich is on the board. She's now on the board, and she's a pretty well-known person. Yeah. And I don't think she choose anywhere, so that's good. But we have, I mean, I think, well, I can't mention any names, but there are some high-profile people. And it's just, what I love is that the company is absolutely on the cutting edge of this health and wellness industry, and I think we're poised to be $1 billion company fairly soon. That's where we're heading. Yeah, totally. And just to give a sort of little overview really of network marketing, just in case anybody watching in the group doesn't know what it is or not come across it before. So you've basically got 2
two ways to earn money in the business, haven't you? So you can retail the products and earn a commission from selling the products, and then you can also earn commission from team building.
Yeah, I mean, really, retail isn't the network marketing model. Of course, customers are our key. Now, I've actually introduced it to a few people who've liked it so much, they've come to me and phoned me and said, Jill, this is great, I want to share it. And if they're sharing it, they may as well earn money. And I treat it on that very low key thing about not selling, because I don't really, although I'm quite good at, talking, I don't want to be classed as a, sorry, that's not catchy, not very well, as a salesperson. Well, just move, because, come on, darling. Come on, good girl, I know. Yes, I think that's where some people can get a bit thinking, oh, it's all about sales and pushy, and, it's not. Anyone can, if you're going to be a customer and love the products, that's one thing. If you want to then take it a step further and do a part-time little thing, and if you want some extra money for holidays or whatever, you can choose what you want to do. There is no, but if you do want to take it a bit higher, and a lot of people earn quite a bit, then there's help there to steer you along. But it's fun. It's not like a job. If you have a smartphone, and you can work anywhere in the world. We're now in, I'm not sure how many companies, but it's up in the teens, maybe 16 countries. Yeah. So should you want to take off to Australia for a couple of years, or it's nice to have that option. Yeah. And the business is international. Yeah. So that maybe you've got a mate in America, like my son now, he moved out to Seattle. Yeah. He was a distributor anyway, but now it's great because I can get some American products that I couldn't get here. If I want, but also my business, I can see a team that's developing in the States. Yeah. And with this sort of technology, you can keep in touch. It's easy. Yeah. But obviously not just America. Yeah, definitely. And I think that's one of the key things really with the three people that I'm interviewing with network marketing businesses is the fact that they're all very much products that can be sold just purely on recommendation. And, there's no targets, there's no crazy things that you need to have to do to get paid or anything like that. So, I mean, I will say, in order to be what we call active, and that only matters when you've got a slight team developing, then you yourself, which makes sense, would need to be taking just one bottle of Nerve 2, which is not expensive compared to some products that I've seen. Yeah, totally. And then as you get on, as you start seeing your team develop, then you want to just make sure you've got, a few customers, and it can just grow from there, which it did with me. I hadn't got a clue on the plan, and I just did what I do naturally and told people and then I got some great people, and they told people, and before you know it, it's just growing, and it's lovely. Yeah, brilliant. Yep, love it. So I think, is there anything else you want to add to that? No, I just think the main thing one must check out when you're ever looking at a business opportunity is, as I say, the solidity of the company, the longevity that's projected, who's behind it. That's to me a very big part. We trade on the NASDAQ, so everything has to be totally transparent before they do anything. So and you can get shares, and it's just fab. Shares are going up at the moment, so happy days. Yeah, brilliant. So perfect. So I think come and join us. Anyone? Yeah. So if anybody wants to know more about the products or Life Vantage, you can pop me or Gill a message, and we happily talk to you about that. But thanks very much, Gill, for sharing your knowledge with us and telling us about the business. You're welcome, and it fits fantastically. If you are a therapist, it's perfect fit. Yes. If you're not, loads of people doing from all walks of life. You don't have to be at all medical. Yeah, no, that's what I was. One of the things, that's why network marketing appealed to me in the first instance, because being a therapist, you do need additional income streams, because you get periods of time where you get
peaks and troughs in your business.
Yeah.
And that helps with that.
And
but also,
income.
hey, say that
You
again.
can't beat residual income.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how I originally got into it. So yeah, brilliant for therapists. I mean, but like you say, for anybody that really wants to get that or start on that residual income. I lost my light here, and I thought I can't quite reach the light switch. It's getting darker and darker. Brilliant. Thanks ever so much, Gill. It's been great talking to you. And
you. Thanks ever so much, Justina.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.